Rihanna has a $25 million penthouse in LA. She just put it on the market. A house that the legend Johnny Cash built is up for sale. And Christine from Selling Sunset's husband was just arrested for assault. We've got a bunch of stories to talk about. Today, let's dive into the top celebrity real estate headlines from the last couple weeks. Okay, so Mark Zuckerberg just kind of secretly sold this mansion that he owned in Woodside. He only owned this place for 2 years. The Real Deal reported that the property is at 75 Roberta Drive. It's a 4,800 square foot house sitting on a 3.5 acre lot. And before we get into the photos, so here's the article. I want to show you guys the lengths that some of these news outlets go to dig up information on these like really private billionaires. So first, it just tells us that an entity linked to Zuckerberg sold this estate in Woodside. They picked up that the buyer was a limited liability company called Toy Balloon. Then here's where it gets juicy. So they tell us ownership of the mansion is obscured in several layers of anonymous entities. This is very common for people who are buying real estate and trying to, for one, protect their privacy, and for two, they do this for tax reasons. Sometimes they own these properties in LLCs or in trust or things like that. The entity that sold the mansion was called 75 Roberta LLC. That company is managed by a Wyoming-based LLC called A7P Services. A7P's services business address is 415 West 17th Street. And that address is identical to the address of A7P Trust Company. So anyways, after putting all of that together, then they went so far as to look at the deed. They saw that the person who signed the deed for this transaction was the company called Apperson Partners. This is a tax consulting firm that represents wealthy clients specifically in the tech industry. And I guess this Apperson company had previously worked with Zuckerberg and his sister on other real estate deals. I cannot imagine just the amount of work that went into determining that, yes, Zuckerberg happened to have sold one of his properties off market. Is honestly pretty impressive. But now that we got all of that out of the way, here is the house. These photos are from the old listing because remember, Mark sold this place off market, but you guys will get the idea. It's about 5,000 square feet. It's a nice place. Here's what it looks like from the front. After you walk through the front door, it's got this big open living room, super high ceilings. And this is how you know you made it whenever all of your hallways are, first of all, really wide, and second of all, they're covered in art. Looks like all these French doors open up, so you've got nice indoor-outdoor living. Whoever the photographer was, they obviously loved this kitchen because I think they loaded this thing up with like 15 shots of the kitchen alone. This is crazy. Pretty solid office for a billionaire, which comes with its own fireplace. And the backyard is really big. It's a backyard that's for sure set up for entertaining, but with all the trees and everything, it's also very private, and we all know Zuckerberg loves his privacy. The YouTuber and Twitch streamer Ludwig is having a bit of a hard time selling his house out in LA. He just dropped the price by 400 grand. Now, Ludwig has been around in the whole social media game a long time. He's got around 6 million subscribers on YouTube with 1,800 videos. Here's the house. I got a little block over the address because I'm not sure if he's still living there anymore, so trying to keep that private, but it's a 6-bedroom, 7-bathroom, 5,000 square foot place. You can see it's a huge house and it's got some views of the mountains, it looks like, in the back. The street view is kind of hilarious because I live out in the desert, so everything out here is 100% flat. Here's the front door. Then after you walk through the front door, there's this weird glass room. I'm guessing this is maybe like an office or something. Nice little bay window looking out to the front. We got a fireplace. We got another little seating area looking out to the front, and then another little seating area also, I think, looking to the front. I don't know who the realtor is on this one, but I'm gonna call him out. We had to get to photo number 31 before we even got to a shot of the kitchen, and in my opinion, the kitchen's actually the nicest part of this whole house. I'm gonna guess that some of you guys out there remember Selling Sunset, that big show from Netflix, and I'm gonna guess a lot of you guys also remember Christine. She was kind of one of the biggest characters on the show. Well, her husband just got arrested for assault with a deadly weapon. Her husband, Christian Dumonte, I think is how you pronounce it, he was never much in the spotlight on the show, and he doesn't even really have much for social media either. So I'm sure he is not at all thrilled about being in the spotlight for this reason. Guess what happened is that Christian was taken into custody the other day, wearing a bathrobe, by the way, And this was a domestic situation, and Christian threw a bag with glass in it at her. That's not cool. And to make matters even worse, the bag missed Christine and it hit their 2-year-old child, which is when Christine called 911. Yikes. Next up, we get to talk about Johnny Cash. I guess I'm an old soul. I love Johnny Cash, and a compound out in Tennessee, which he built for his son a long time ago, is for sale for the first time in a long time. The property is known as the Dogwood Estate. Johnny and June Cash built it back in the 1980s when their son was just a teenager, and they actually lived right next door. Now, this house is cool. It's very different from the typical house that we talk about here on the show. $6.25 million. It's only a 2-bedroom, but it's pretty big. It's 4,200 square feet. The best part, though, you'll see in this little shot here at the top, and then in this note here, the place is sitting on over 20 acres. So from the front, you've got lots of wood, lots of stone, lots of trees. There's a little shot of that acreage. Kind of curious what this little sliver is back here, but yeah, tons of land. Inside is wood on the floor, wood furniture, wood on the ceiling, wood staircase. There's even a little like wooden booth right here. Check out all the detail on that front door. Like when they say they don't make it like they used to, they're referring to stuff like this. Real cozy living room. But anyways, yeah, this exact style of house and style of architecture and everything is not even really my cup of tea, to be honest. Like I would never want to live in a house like this. But it's pretty cool to think about Johnny Cash and June and their son like growing up and hanging out in here and just like making memories and jamming out on the acoustic. Like, I don't know, that's what goes through my mind when I'm seeing a house like this. All right, the lead singer of Third Eye Blind just listed his house out in San Francisco for sale. Let's check it out. Now, a few things stand out to me right off the bat. One is the way this house looks from the street. It's Victorian architecture. This is totally San Francisco. 2, this place is old. It was built back in 1880. And 3, look at this price per square foot. It's over $1,500 a foot. It's kind of hard telling, but for an old house, it feels like we've got some nice big open doorways and high ceilings. Not sure what this picture is all about, but I'm guessing there's something special about this tile. Also guessing there's something special about this doorknob. As soon as you walk through that front door, you got the staircase, which takes you to the upper levels, and then it looks like there's a good amount of living space down here. Awesome little jam room. You know the Third Eye Blind guy was in here playing his guitar, playing some records. Wow, then we get into the kitchen though, and it goes from eclectic to like super contemporary. It's got this nice little hangout area off the back side of the house. Never lived in San Francisco, don't know much about it, but I'm going to guess that outdoor space like this comes at a premium. Upstairs, it's interesting. The vibe changes a little bit. So you got some floors here, which kind of look original or definitely old. Then you got some really modern cabinets and countertops on the left. Overall, though, it's a cool spot. I'm sure it's very cozy. Not sure why he's leaving, but best of luck. I hope he gets his price. Headed back over to LA, Rihanna just listed her penthouse for sale, and like I said at the start of the video, she wants $25 million. It's located at the top of the Century building in Century City, and the $1 million listing stars James Harris and David Parnes are the ones who have this listing. So most of you guys know I'm into the more like modern and contemporary styles, so this is probably my favorite one on the list today. It's also one of the biggest, 9,200 square feet, all on the 40th floor. Down here it says that Rihanna just picked the place up actually about a year ago for $21 million. So she's trying to make a quick, $4 million in 1 year. After commissions, it'll probably shake out to be like $3 million, but still not bad. Let's check out the photos. For whatever reason, I could just picture Rihanna vibing in this living room. It seems like a Rihanna spot to me. It's kind of unique to have a condo like this out in LA that's in the city, but so high up in the sky. If you look at these different angles of that like front seating area, this is looking probably back towards the front door. This one here shows you've got the dining room, the seating area, and then over there, way in the back, there's a fireplace and a pool table. So it's like, it looks like half the square footage is right here in this room. You guys tell me, but I feel like whatever's going on in this room is a huge waste of space. Nice little office nook with amazing views. Wow. And look at the view from your master bedroom. That is insane. You got the curved window looking out at the city lights. I'm not gonna lie, guys. Every single photo that I tab through, I'm completely shocked. So now zooming out from the bed, look how huge the master bedroom is. Then check out this next shot. This place has a movie theater in a condo. The kitchen's huge. We got double islands in here. And there's a couple other bedrooms and a couple other patio spaces. This apartment is awesome. Now, Tony Parker has listed his Texas mansion for sale again for $16.5 million, and this place comes with a very unique amenity. It's weird, I couldn't find the listing itself on realtor.com, but they did put an article out about this the other day, so we can check out some photos here. First, starting with the front of it, this is what the outside of the place looks like. Inside, we got this big staircase and a double height ceiling. That's a better shot of the ceiling height. So yeah, we probably got like 20 feet of ceiling height here and floor to ceiling windows on the right. Not bad. Here's the kitchen. Love the wood detail on the ceiling. Cool light fixture. Nice cabinets and countertops. Huge dining room. This table seats like 15 or something. Another bathroom with finishes that are not exactly my taste, but it is nice. Kind of feels like a spa in here. And then here's that unique feature I was talking about. So this place has a full-blown water park in the backyard. That's a wrap for today's episode. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you hit that like button down below before you go. I'll see you next time.